I think that Terrence McKenna would have loved the idea of using AI animation to, like, show the evolution of our species, as they pick the mushrooms out of the cow shit and stuff. And also one idea that we're toying with, I think we'll go forward with now that we've actually, I think we've got the technology actually dialed in, where we've built this AI world, this Terrence McKenna AI world, where we can give it ideas and then it'll spit back imagery to us that feels right, is building some sort of like AI avatar of Terrence McKenna. So the idea is that the spine of the documentary will be any time because Lorenzo has incredible archives of Terrence McKenna, stuff that nobody else has.
Yeah, he has everything.
And anytime you're hearing Terrence McKenna's voice describing the stoned ape theory, we'll take people through it step by step. You'll be seeing AI animation of what he's describing. So you're hearing Terrence McKenna's voice, but seeing AI.
So for people that don't know what the stoned ape theory is, we should probably explain it to them for people who've never heard it before. And the concept is that at one point in evolution, there was climate change, and that these rainforests, tropical rainforests, had receded into grasslands, and that these primates had started experimenting with different food sources by flipping over cow patties and looking for grubs and all these different things. And one of the things that they would do is probably test the mushrooms that were growing in the cow patties.
Right.
And in many places where psilocybin exists, these things are extremely prevalent. Like my friend Duncan, who grew up in Asheville, North Carolina, told me that mushrooms were so prevalent that the local ranchers they started putting feed in with the cattle feed, some sort of antifungal thing to keep fungus from growing in cow shit.
Yeah.
Because so many kids were going onto the field
picking the mushrooms
and picking psilocybin mushrooms. He's like, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
They were everywhere, and so the concept is that low doses of psilocybin increase visual acuity, make people more amorous, so it probably heightened sexual arousal, made people more likely to breed, and made people more curious, probably because of the increase in visual acuity, made people better hunters.
Right.
Better, there's studies that have been done. I forget what the scientist did. It was a hardcore, non-psychedelic scientist who did studies on edge detection with patients.
Right.
You know these studies?
Yeah.
And it showed that people under the influence of psilocybin can detect deviant, so if you have two parallel lines and one slightly deviates from parallel, the people on psilocybin can predict it much quicker, can see it much quicker than the people not on psilocybin,
Right.
which is fascinating.